Well, here we are today. I'm in what's called Beecher, Illinois, somewhere south Chicago, just up north of Kankakee, picking up pumpkins. I got a backhaul today, so I'm at this pumpkin farm out here. It's on County Line Road, southwest of Beecher. Pretty cool. You see that? Got a whole bunch of different pumpkins and stuff. It's pretty cool. They got some really big ones in there. See over there, big old fat pumpkins and everything. This is my pickup here. It's 48 double stack pallets, all going back to the distribution center. They got every kind though. How's it going? I was taking pictures of the pumpkins, like, they're all huge. Actually, I'm filming your operation and gonna open up my own pumpkin farm and put you guys out of business. That's my plan. They got a whole trailer that's brought over right here though. Different colored ones and everything. Pretty cool though. I think you better go to the doctor, get checked, dude. That one too. Crazy. Now let's go get loaded. Alright, so it's been over a week since I put up a video. You see there's those pumpkins sitting there I was just showing you. So the last video was the one where I broke down in Indianapolis. Truck's been running okay since then, except a couple days ago, a couple things started happening. Like this, when I turn on the key, let's see if it does it. It'll probably work this time. But you see now the lights are coming on? Watch this. Well, I guess it's kind of working now. Sometimes it trips out. It actually did it this time. But then having to do with this stupid thing, Merida Wabco, that the lights won't come on until after I crank the motor and all the gauges will clear and everything. And then this thing just goes out of service. Like, see if I can hit the brake. No? Now it ain't gonna do it, of course, you know. It's got an audience, so it ain't gonna do it. Stupid. Everything's been going okay though. Had my biggest settlement to date this week. I still have deductions on the plates coming out, and I'm also paying into the company's escrow account. You know, it's mandatory. So I'm getting $200 on my plates every week, and another, I think it's $50 a week towards the escrow account. So roughly $250 extra coming off, and my settlement was like $2,300, so that would have been like $2,600 on 2,100 miles for the week. So not too shabby. I mean, I'm still making over $1 a mile into my pocket. I've been home every day. Last time I was out was the night I stayed out when the truck broke, and that was 2 weeks ago. So I mean, everything's been going good. Here, let me turn this thing around. So it's all been going okay. Everything's cool. Turn the vents back off and stuff. But like I said, I got a couple things with the truck that have been going on. Just something with the ignition. Maybe somebody else, like maybe it's like a little ignition, you know, wiring issue, or maybe a solenoid or something that goes in there. I don't know. I'm not that savvy with the ignition system, so. But the lights don't come on and stuff. The Merida Wabco thing, I can't use the cruise control most of the time because it, even just going down the road, it just disables and I can't use it. And then yesterday I was coming back from Mason City, Illinois, on my way over to Lincoln to do a drop. And it's 2-lane county road I was going down. And just bumming along, doing about 40. Coming up on this right curve in the road, and the road even banked a little bit, you know. This stupid Merida Wabco, I had my cruise on coming up to it, and I just took the cruise off. It was actually working for once, and the stupid thing locked up my front brakes because it misread the line coming up or whatever. Locked me up and actually punched my brakes, and the whole front end drops, and then it drug me into oncoming traffic. Thought I was going to get in a huge wreck, you know, but luckily enough there was a truck coming, but he was a little bit away where I could yank it back, but the left side was actually pulling too much off of this stupid automatic braking thing. So I got to get this thing disabled ASAP. It's got to go in the shop. Got to take it to a upgraded shop that has the computer software and all that kind of stuff to disable it, and then hardline my cruise control directly to me, so I don't have to worry about this front end sensor anymore. I'm tired of this stupid thing. And yesterday, especially with it locking up and malfunctioning twice, I did it that first time going around the right curve, went straight for a minute, and it was going around the left curve, it did it again. And it wouldn't even let me accelerate or anything. All I could do was pump the brakes. It was like, it's almost dragging me off the road or dragging me into oncoming traffic. And it's like, dude, I can't just have this happening. Now, imagine if that had happened on icy roads. I would have been super screwed. So, Merida Wabco, you suck. I don't like it. You're not a safe thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, other than that, we've gotten Selena signed on. She'll probably be out with me next week. I was actually waiting to make another video when she was in the truck again, but she's been having to pick up shifts at her job because people have been calling in and taking vacations and stuff. So she's picking up more hours of work right now. She's not with me. She was almost going to come meet me, I was in Paxton doing a delivery before I came up here, and she was going to drive up and meet me because she had today off. And I just said, well, I'm already at the store and doing my drop, and you're 30 miles away, so I guess we'll just skip it for now, because I'd come about 75 miles up to this place. Like I said, I'm northeast of Kankakee, and forget the town that's right up above us over here, northwest of us. Starts with a P. Anyway, nothing much going on. Just been working 6 days a week. I'm just trying to keep moving and, you know, stay busy. And oh, and I did have another issue with the truck too. Under the hood, I was spitting fluid out. It looked like, and it may be because it got cold. The power steering fluid reservoir, underneath it, you know, there's a little L-shaped flange that comes out underneath. Anyways, a hose that connected to it goes to steering box and all that kind of stuff. I kept spitting oil out, you know, or power steering fluid out somewhere, somehow. Couldn't find the exact leak. I got in there, wiped it all off, and looked for a fresh leak. It hasn't come back today. I wiped it off yesterday, and for the past 2 days, I just noticed things getting a little wet. And I was like, huh. And yesterday, it got really wet, and so I cleaned it all. Of course, all covered with dirt and everything too, so you couldn't tell. I was smelling it and everything. I couldn't tell if it was oil or power steering fluid. It looks like power steering fluid just because of where it's at, and the steering box and everything it's wet, and it was also kicking fluid down onto the braking components on the air chamber and the slack adjuster and all that. So I made sure that I wasn't getting coated inside the rim or anything like that, because when this thing locked up yesterday too, that left wheel had a lot of vibration to it and stuff, where the right wheel didn't. So I thought maybe some fluid had spit into the drum or something like that and maybe causing a problem. So I guess I got a few things I got to get looked at though, between the ignition, the Merida Wabco, get that thing disabled, and get whatever leak that was. But it did get cold last week, so it may have instigated it with a hose or something stiffening up, and maybe the seal got a little bit loose or something like that, you know. But now it's warm again. The hose may have expanded because I haven't seen any new leakage on it today. So I'll just keep an eye on it. You know, truck's 5 years old, it's used. What are you gonna do? You know, but that's pretty much it for now. I think when we get loaded, he's back there loading me right now. There's nothing for me to do, just hang out and let him do it. So I'd rather sit in the truck than just sit out there. Cool pumpkins though. It was cool coming here. Of course, we're surrounded with cornfields. They are mowing down all the cornfields right now. It's the beginning of that season. Of course, by next month, we'll be getting down into freezing temperatures, I'm sure. And, yeah, winter's coming. Good times. But I think I'll maybe turn on the GoPro when we get loaded and show the way out of here. All right? All right, so we just got loaded up. It is, what time is it? Oops. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, I can find it right here. It is 13:54 hours. Just waiting for the air to pick up a little bit. In part 2 with the forklift going in and out. The trailer kind of bled out. We got 48 double stack pallets of pumpkins. I don't even know what the weight is. Find out as soon as you pull off of here. You can usually tell as soon as you tug it how heavy it's going to be. Get the AC going, man. It's getting hot in this thing. Do it to her. Put a seal on it. Just remembered. Just remembered. Let me write down the seal number and go put that on. I know this video is super exciting right now because I'm doing stuff. I'll let you guys enjoy the view for another second while I go put the seal on. Hold on. As soon as I get back to the yard, they're going to be like, you got it sealed? Alright. Get my little microphone back on here. So I sealed it, and I did turn on the reefer just as a kind of favor to that dude. I just said it's 70. It's a little warm out today, and he said, well, I just don't want him to get scorched, you know. That's cool. because I got about an hour and a half drive, and then if it gets back there and sits in the yard for a while, if it just gets hot, you know, it's still produce. Don't want to screw it up. So the reefer just kicked on. It said it was 64 in the reefer. I'm sure it would have been fine, but just set it at 70 and be cool with it. This is going to be a little tight. Take a little dip over there. Take out somebody's mailbox. Almost go into the trench over there. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. No trains. Yeah, on my way in here, there were 2 trains crossing each other out there or whatever, just on those tracks. All I had to do was get over those tracks and turn in. Sat out here for like 20 minutes, backed up with a whole bunch of other cars and trucks. All these 2 trains were just creeping around. Oh, and there's where I took a whiz. Hey, what do you know? I was like, I couldn't wait anymore. I jumped out and around the side of the truck and hid behind the fairing over here and took a whiz. You're welcome, Illinois. Just watering the plants. What? So I don't know what the weight of this thing is. It doesn't feel too heavy. It's pulling fine. You know, when you get a real heavy load, it's like straining. So, but I'm not crossing any scales on the way home anyways. I'm about an hour and a half from the house. The scales are just up north on the 57, just south of Moni. So, see, there it goes. Thing's tripping out all the time. We just did the whole gauge thing again, all the dash lights lit up and everything. Like something's tripping in there. I mean, like I said, maybe somebody would have a better idea than me. If it's like a fuse, if it's something to do with the ignition. Maybe I got just a crossed wire somewhere. If it's something to do with that stupid Wabco thing. But when I turn the key to on, like a lot of times nothing will happen. And then I'll start it and get cranked up, sitting there for like even 10 or 15 seconds. And then the dash lights will all come on and go beep, and then they'll only go for a second and it'll drop again. And they go beep and drop again. It's done it like 3, 4, 5 times in a row where it won't connect, and all of a sudden it goes, and all the gauges scale out and everything's cool. So it's like, what the hell was all that about? Now I just want to turn all that crap off with the Wabco and everything, because maybe I just prefer like old trucks, you know, we had manual control of everything. I don't like all this computer crap, and it bugs the hell out of me, especially when I'm going down the road. You know, you're driving a couple 100 miles, it's nice to use the cruise control here and there, you know. It keeps you consistent in your lane, keeps your fuel mileage average, you know, all that kind of stuff, instead of on the throttle off, on throttle off. You know, it's stupid. I hate it. So, plus too, I'm getting old, man. My foot starts getting cramped up, having to pound the throttle the whole time. What the hell? Because a lot of times too, I'm not flooring it everywhere. I'm trying to keep good fuel mileage, because I'm averaging like 7.5, 8 miles a gallon with this truck now. A lot better than an old truck when we're getting like 5.5 and 6, no matter what. So this one's doing a lot better. Same year truck, same motor, everything. May have something to do with the evolution. I don't know. But this truck is getting better fuel mileage. Now it still cranks every time. There's nothing wrong as far as the batteries go, and yeah, it popped out on me pretty quick there. And yeah, it's cranking strong, all this kind of stuff, but there's something going on electrically that's screwing up. So I'll get it sorted out. Got to get it in the shop eventually here though, especially with that little leak that popped up. Get that checked out. If I don't see any new leakage though, I'm probably not going to worry about it too much. I'll just call it off to the weather changing. Last week we got down in the hell, it got in the 30s a couple of mornings already, like 38. Like that cold weather can, like I said, harden up hoses and affect the seals on some hoses and stuff like that sometimes. So I'll let it slide for now. But ultimately, you know, it'll probably end up in the shop. So what's been new in the world, everybody? Out here trucking without Selena again. She went in the truck with me a couple of days, and then she hasn't been able to come back. She's working too much, so. But by next week, hopefully, she did take her drug test and everything for the company, and she's going to get signed on as my driver, so we can start on her days off, because she's, after this week, she's probably going to have Thursdays and Fridays off every week now. So definitely Thursdays, possibly Fridays. It'd open us up to taking longer runs. Like on a Thursday, a lot of times I'll avoid taking these like 700-mile runs because I know I won't make it back, and then it kills my work for the next day because the loads all get taken up by other drivers before I can get back and get another load. So if she's in the truck with me, I can still take a load. Say if we take a long one on Thursday, we go out, come back, we get back in the evening or something like that, but that allows me for the following day to take another load where I may have missed out on a dispatch for that day. So it just helps us throw a few extra bucks on top of the pile every week and really help us out. So that'd be cool. Everybody gets to see Selena come back to truck driving after 9 months off. She hasn't driven a truck in 9 months, since January, since we got let go from Landstar. So I'll be sure and get all the video of her grinding gears again. She's like, oh my God, it's been 9 months, I don't know what I'm doing. And trying to turn a corner with a trailer, and she'd be like, oh my God, it's so tight. You know, even though it's like just a freeway on ramp. Selena's a big creature of habit too. She gets into a thing and she forgets all of her past stuff, kind of thing. The truck driving, she got into it, but if we got out of the truck for a couple of weeks or something like that, she'd come back and be like, oh, it's been so long, I don't remember. You know, just, she's funny that way. Like me, we got this truck, I hadn't driven a truck in months. I got right back in the truck, threw gears, and I was down the road, you know. But after over, what, 23 years of truck driving, I've driven a million different kinds of trucks and everything. Different transmissions, you know, Pete's, KWs, driven a Western Star, Freightliners, you know, had a couple of internationals I've driven in the past. You know, it's all kinds of same old, you know, same shit, different box, you know. So everybody out there knows what I'm talking about. You get in a truck, you get used to it for a little bit, you know, and then it's fine. You just learn the little kinks of it and stuff like that, and how the tranny spins out fast, or if the gears are slow on you when you're floating them and stuff like that, how the clutch is, but if it engages or not, all kind of stuff. The steering, the parameters of the truck, the wheelbase, the turning radius, all that kind of stuff. You get used to it. And then, of course, how powerful the motor is, transmission, or the, you know, how much torque you got and stuff, so how well it pulls, and yeah, just everything gets worked out. But we are nicely settled into Champaign now. It's nice there. We've come to really like living here. Gotta admit, it's been nice. I love that there's no traffic. Like even going downtown stuff, the freeways through town, the 57, 74, 72, whatever. There's no traffic, ever. Like it never gets backed up. I love it. It's not like driving through Vegas where you had to give yourself 45 minutes to get across town, or even an hour plus sometimes, because you knew the spaghetti bowl was going to be messed up, or just downtown was screwed up, or whatever, because there's millions of people living there, and you know there's going to be traffic. Of course, other cities around the country, you know you're always going to have traffic. Any time of day, it seems like there's traffic jams, like Atlanta. What else? Chicago, a lot of times you get held up around there some. Hell, anywhere you go up in New England, of course, around New York, and Jersey and stuff, it's always just a mess. But yeah, especially LA, Seattle, Oregon, everything. I mean, whatever, you know, Portland, San Francisco sucks. What else? Dallas, DFW, Nashville, stupid. Where else? But yeah, so come up. Oh, there it goes again. Fail. No cruise control for you. Get on the freeway in a little bit. No cruise control. Great. Thanks. Meritor Wapco. Piece of crap. See, my brakes are squeaking now too. Not bad. A little bit. Enough to be annoying. There's a little bit of a kickback in the road here right now. Turn out so I can see it. There you go. Wide open, baby. Let's go. Ooh, just entering Kankakee County. I was waiting for him to load me because he had some other dudes showing up just picking up a pallet or two, so I guess I'll hold on, I'll get right with you and stuff. I'm alright. You just want to knock them out and get rid of them. I'm sitting here in the truck, you know, he just told me, yeah, just hang out. I'm alright, cool. And turn around, I'm sitting here in the truck without the air on or anything, and I was getting all hot. I realized like I'm starting nodding off and everything. Heat always does me in, man. It's like a goddamn bobblehead baby. It's all. Gotta admit though, I do like just living in Champaign, being home every day now, still making decent money for an owner op, you know, that's still bringing in $2K, $2,500 a week. It's nice. Just doing solo stuff. I dig it. Some of the easier trucking I've had, you know, it's almost like a sort of longer range P&D job, you know, because I'm going to grocery stores and stuff mostly, and either I bump a dock, and maybe a couple of places I've been to have forklifts, but they're just usually little single docks behind these little small grocery stores, or pull down an alleyway and they got either a forklift outside or one of those electric pallet jack types with the forks, you know, and they put a pallet jack up in the back of the truck to me, and we just pallet jack stuff off. And you know, sometimes I got to restack some pallets or whatever, but it's, you know, plus doing it out here, especially I love just driving around central Illinois, western Indiana, where, you know, there's no traffic, it's more rural, stuff like that, and you go to these small town grocery stores, everybody's super nice, always wanting to help you. You know, not like going to a lot of big DCs and stuff like you would in over the road trucking, that, you know, they just, especially when you're doing reefers, man, those places are the worst. They just treat you like dirt. So it's really nice to just deal with nice people, no traffic. It's great. A lot of decent roads like this, you know, just, I love driving down all these country roads, cornfields going on, all that kind of stuff, going to these small towns. It's really nice. a nice switch up compared to what we've been doing. You know, like we going to Seattle and Portland and whatever every week, and sitting in traffic all the time, and the stress, you know, constantly having to go. I mean, I still got to stay out here and keep a good clip, but it's just mellow. So get down here in a sec. Well, actually, I will do better to just stay on this road all the way into Kankakee, because there's construction with traffic backed up on the 57 like crazy up to that point. So the longer I can wait to go get on the freeway, it'll be better. We got it down to one lane, and of course all the cars are trying to pass before the hurry up. All the cars are trying to pass you before the bottleneck, and then they get stuck down in there and get crammed. So yeah, good job. Almost caused a wreck. Because I'm in a hurry and I just can't get in line and wait. And of course you always got those trucks that they start merging into the left lane to stop people from doing it. And then people are driving around in dirt, and it just turns into a big old cluster. Into a big old screw. So yeah, I just get in line and I wait. I don't, because the thing is, if you start merging out in that left lane and a car hits you, there's a good chance you're going to be found liable for that. So I just stay in my lane. No muss, no fuss, you know what I mean? Just, I know people get mad like they're cutting everybody off, rah, but yeah, don't worry about it. Day's just going to keep on moving anyway, man. Just get through this. Everything will be fine. Yeah, I spend a lot of time just going through smaller towns and stuff. Not a whole lot of freeway time usually. I dig it. A lot of mom and pop stuff still. Even though half the crap's still shut down. Restaurants finally open back up, and then you're supposed to be wearing a face mask when you walk in, but some of these places, even a lot of the places I go deliver to, nobody's even wearing them. I'm like, yeah, screw it. I'm tired of living under the thumb of a bunch of goddamn tyrannical bastards just trying to shut everything down on what seems to be a lot of misinformation. So I'm not trying to stir everybody up, just saying. I just don't see all the dots connecting here. What? 22 minutes? Well, I guess my GoPro just shut off. Which is fine, 22 minutes is more than enough. Plus the other little clips before that, pumpkin plays. So I'll wrap it up on that. Look forward to a video. Like I said, Selena will be back in the truck next week, and same old, man. Keep on pumping them out. Sorry I haven't put out a video in over a week. Wasn't a whole lot going on, just working, and a lot of stuff with like doing little short jumps. I wouldn't mind, actually, if it was possible, to film them. Some of these docks are really small and tight, so it's kind of cool how you work them out. And you got to do pull-ups and, you know, blindside around little walls or something like that. And it's kind of cool, but something to work on. So on that note, we'll check out. Like, share, subscribe, and Selena would always say, keep it between the ditches, bitches, right? All right, I'm out. What's up?
Nothing.
What's going down?
Nothing. Just made this big old fantabulous dinner for Friday night.
For a Friday night, for hubby, just getting home from work.
Yep.
Walk in the door. Look, guess what I got?
Yeah.
I got big old fat rack of pork ribs already done, basted, beard,
Yeah.
spiced up. We got fried dill pickle chips, fried dill pickle spears, fried mushrooms, baked beans, sweet baby rays. How do you feel about that? Feel like a good wife?
I feel like a good wife.
You're a good wife. Look at you at home cooking.
I know, it's my day off, and I was like, I gotta do something special for him.
So we got pork ribs. She tried her hand tonight. Had a
Yeah, this is my
recipe
first
of
time.
fried pickle chips, and she used the Clausen pickles, you know, the snap pickles,
Yeah.
the real good ones. And then these big old fried baby bella mushrooms and everything. We're about to mow down on this Friday night. I don't have to work tomorrow. I get to sleep in. Good.
Party.
Watching some Braveheart over there.
We're gonna do something like this with that fucking.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Rainbird.
Oh, gotta drive the bus.
Do it right, man.
I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, bus driver. Sprinkler. Do the sprinkler. Do the slow cholo. All right, good time. I will check back later.
Right.
Out.
Out.
With turquoise and real diamonds.